Oh yes, the official lists are underway, and as I do every single year, I start with the EPs of 2024. And admittedly, I haven't been as big on the EP train this year. I actually think last year was a ridiculously strong year for EPs that just had some like showstoppers, to the point where this year feels a little bit less exciting in comparison. So I've just gone with 5 EPs this year, not to discredit any of the EPs on this list because they're all very, very good, but I just think in terms of previous years, I've not quite had that same sort of wow with EPs. So I'm just going to give you 5 compared to what I did last year where I gave you 10, and hopefully you guys get some recommendations out of this as well, because there's a few here that I don't think have been talked about as much or at length as some other big projects that have come out this year. And yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into it. Kicking off the list at 5, we've got Shy Girl, who is just delivering club bangers. Just club bangers. No shits or giggles here. It is just danceable club bangers that have this really sweaty, grimy undertone to them. And it's just Shy Girl doing what she does best, really. I think this is just her at her like absolute unapologetically herself. She can just deliver these kinds of tracks and just do them really well. It did seem to get a bit of a negative reaction actually from some of her fans when it first came out. I'm not entirely sure why. I think if you're a Shy Girl fan, surely this is exactly what you're going to Shy Girl for, because this is what she does best. And at this point, I think really her EPs are just like outshining some of her like longer like full-length projects too, because I would take this and Alias over the album that she dropped. I think it was a couple of years ago now, but yeah, that album didn't really seem to have that same pizzazz that these EPs have. I think she's just kind of way more direct and punchy and straight to the point, and just does what she's really good at when it comes to like these short form projects from her. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to rule out an album from her at any point. Obviously, I'm a fan of her, and seeing her live just heightened how really exciting these tracks are actually. But yeah, it just seems interesting that she just seems to be better when it comes to these kind of short burst 15, 16, 17 minute projects than it does when it comes to the full length. But let's see what she does in the future. Once again, Shy Girl makes a Not Real Music EP list. Uori and Achl here, if that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if I've got that completely wrong, but they are Japanese artists who have come together to create this split EP, and yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It is just your classic kind of like Midwest emo post-rock combination coming together, creating these really like epic soundscapes and just these really overwrought and emotional ballads and powerhouse performances. Yeah, it's really good. I was pretty impressed with it. I can't remember how I stumbled upon this one. It isn't really one that's getting a lot of buzz, but hopefully if you're a fan of the genre tags I've just labelled there, you're going to be into this, because I think there's really little to no reason as to why you wouldn't enjoy what these guys are doing here. So yeah, very much going to be on the lookout for more music from them in the future, because this was very impressive. Maruja at number 3, which is very much in contention for a lot of people's EP of the year, and to be honest with you, yeah, why would it not be? I mean, come on, man, this is just absolutely cinematic stuff. It's just impeccable at times. The performances are outrageous. Some of the tracks just go on these sprawling journeys. It's a really, really heavy, like, on your mind listen, because you just feel like you're just getting pummeled and attacked with these vocals, with these guitar tones. It is brimming with just absolute like madness in places, but it is really good. And I feel like Maruja are on track to be like the 2020s rock band that people absolutely fawn over, because let's face it, Black Midi called it a day. And they were on track to be that 2020s band, but now that they've called it a day, we needed somebody to kind of take that place of the kind of, you know, maddening, experimental rock band that would just take the sounds into really cool directions. And I think Maruja could be that band. So yeah, very impressed with this EP, very impressed with this band. Definitely want to see them live at some point, because I feel like these tracks would absolutely blow your face off. But yeah, not gonna argue with anybody that gets annoyed that this isn't my EP of the year, because honestly, yeah, why would of course it could be EP of the year. It's just landed at number 3 for me personally, but yeah, it's really bloody good is what I'm trying to say. At number 2, we got a collaboration between Baby Rose and Bad Bad Not Good. I was very impressed with this EP. I feel like Bad Bad Not Good are slowly becoming quite an underrated jazz outfit, because their last album I thought was pretty damn great, and I saw it on like no year-end lists. It was on mine, and I thought people would be absolutely head over heels for it, because it just seemed like they were on track to delivering one of their best works to date, and yet it just didn't catch any buzz. Well, this EP here is taking their sound in a little bit of a different direction and collaborating with Baby Rose, who has one of the most unique voices I think I've heard in soul R&B music in some time. Like, seriously, this is an incredibly unique tone, which actually at times can sound really beautiful, but also very nasally and also quite odd and strange, but it really does work over these really, really compelling and stunning instrumentals. Of course, Bad Bad Not Good are not going to miss when it comes to providing instrumentals for a singer, because I feel like they probably should do this a little bit more. They should lean into this a little bit more, collaborate with all kinds of different people, because I feel like there is potential for them to become like super producers when it comes to this kind of thing, because this sounds really, really elegant. It's really soulful. It's wonderful, but not quite my EP of the year, because it has been tipped just ever so slightly by something else. And what an out of nowhere, unexpected EP of the year this one is, because I hadn't really known a lot about this band before, but Ugly brackets UK, I guess, on streaming services, because there's multiple bands called Ugly, but that band, the UK one, have delivered one of the most sprawling and adventurous EPs of this year. This could honestly be just an album, because it's like 36 minutes. All of the tracks just go in wild, outlandish directions that just take you in ways that you're just not expecting. The vocals are manic, they're quirky, they're cartoonish at times. The instrumentals are cartoonish in places as well, but yeah, man, this is just a lot of fun and a real head scratcher as well, because you just kind of listen to what they're trying to do in places and you're just left confused, but it's just so impressive at the same time as well. This is definitely one of the coolest bands that I've stumbled upon recently. I think there's a lot of potential for these guys to be absolute showstoppers. Again, a little bit like Maruja for rock bands in the 2020s. If you want that kind of artsy, that unique, that kind of doing things that other bands wouldn't really dare to do or dream of being able to do, you can't really go any further or look any further than this band Ugly here. I was very impressed with this one. This is definitely EP of the year for me, and yeah, I'm just excited to see where they go from here, because this was a lot of fun and a lot to take on board and appreciate as well, because there is just no rhyme or reason to some of their ideas, but yeah, it feels calculated and it doesn't feel all over the place for the sake of it as well. It's just a really cool mix and blend of sounds and styles. It's a very good EP, and yeah, it has to be my EP of the year. And that is it from me. These are my EPs of this year. Of course, it's just my opinion, and I would like to see what you guys say in the comments as well. If you guys have any other picks that I didn't mention that should have made the list, if there's anything you recommend, and also let me know your thoughts if you haven't checked out any of these and then you check them out after. Please let me know what you think, if you enjoy any of them. Also, make sure you check out my Patreon as well if you want to support me over on there. That would be wonderful. Would love to see you guys over on there, joining the Discord server, getting involved in music chat, and yeah, just supporting the channel as well, because we do work hard here on all of these year-end list videos, so it'd be wonderful to see more people sticking around. At the very least, you got to subscribe, like the video, give it a share as well. Would love to see that. And yeah, that's it from me. These are the EPs of the year. The next video is going to be honorable mentions of 2024 as well. That's where I'm going to be talking about the albums and songs that don't quite make the list, so make sure you're sticking around for that one too. Have a good day. Goodbye.